Leading up to my diagnosis, I was a very busy bee, performing all over Massachusetts, Texas, New York, and I had started my locks business and finally built it up to the point where we were about to open up a salon, and literally the same month we were supposed to open is the month I was diagnosed. Cancer kind of derailed those dreams and put them on pause for a little while.
Black and gold on my body, on my body, on my body.
My name is Shirley Joseph. I am a salon owner as well as an artist. I was diagnosed with inflammatory breast cancer stage 4 at the age of 33. I was feeling breast pain in my left breast that was swelling and starting to harden. Because there was no tumor, I never thought it was breast cancer.
Inflammatory breast cancer is a rare type of breast cancer. It is more common among Black women and in young women. By definition, it's a cancer that grows fast, and the clinical presentation typically includes a thickening of the skin of the breast, redness, and warmness of the skin, and an appearance that doctors call peau d'orange, which is nothing more than the skin of the orange. So what I would say is that every woman with these changes should see a medical provider to consider that this could be inflammatory breast cancer.
I immediately called Mike and said, okay, it's positive for cancer. What are we gonna do? And the first thing he said was, let's tell everyone. We need to tell everyone because we need their support.
My name is Mike Joseph. I own a salon with my wife, Locks by Us. I'm also an actor and a spoken word artist. The beautiful part is when you do tell other people, they're able to provide resources for you as well.
Mike has a lot of friends, and one of his friends recommended, hey, one of my friends, she had breast cancer and she went to Dana-Farber, and that's the best place to get treatment.
Here at Dana-Farber, we have a dedicated program for inflammatory breast cancer. The goals of this program are to coordinate the patient's treatment and plan their care, to support patients throughout the treatment, and also to support research efforts.
Going to Dana-Farber allowed us to get a different level of comfort during a very uncomfortable time in our lives. It just really helps going to a facility that already knows all my needs before I even know.
One can only imagine that a patient that is young and is affected by a disease that they are not expecting, there are some particular challenges that they face, including career-wise. Usually they have recently partnered with someone. This is an age when patients are not supposed to be facing their own mortality.
2 years into the relationship, it was very out of the blue to hear cancer. When I did realize it was cancer and realize how my life was going to change, my family and I were like, Mike, you don't have to stick around for that.
And I was like, no, I'm staying. I remember I was on the phone with my best friend, Jeff. I said, I'm going to do anything in my power to keep this woman alive.
He asked my father for my hand in marriage, and he made it very clear, like, I just want you to know I'm not marrying you because you have cancer. I'm marrying you because I want to marry you.
I know when you find somebody that you care about, that you love, you're willing to do the unthinkable. And with her, she gives me the energy, the motivation, inspiration to do all the things that might seem impossible to most, but with her, everything is possible.
It was very difficult to stay positive, but I must say it did get us through a lot of the hard times. It goes back to the salon. Mike was like, what are you going to do after you beat this? We're going to keep the salon because that salon is going to motivate you to stay alive as well. Being able to not only go into survivorship, but to go into survivorship with my salon standing is something I'm very proud of. Cancer didn't stop that dream from becoming a reality. For me, it is a way to spread love, and now it's also a way for me to spread awareness. I really want to use my platform, my music, and everything to show people that even if something like this happens to you, you can continue to go after your dreams.